wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. I am Andy Kwan, and with me, as always, is Sam Brooks.
I'm back, everybody, I'm back. Stronger than ever, here to make an impact. I'm back, yeah, the baller is back. Still balling all over the map worldwide. I'm back, everybody, I'm back. Stronger than ever, here to make an impact. I'm back, yeah, the baller is back. Still balling all over the map.
Can you name another podcast that uses the same jokes for the past 10 years?
He had COVID, doesn't have COVID. He's Sam Brooks. That's why he wasn't here. I didn't want to say it, but he had COVID. Now he doesn't have COVID. That's really good, Sam. How are you feeling? Are you feeling better now?
Well, after that rendition, I don't know how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
So yeah, that was the reason why I was solo last week, because Sam had, unfortunately, he picked up COVID.
Yeah, I picked it up off the street. It was laying there and I thought, haha, wouldn't that be funny?
That's what Chris Whitty said. That's how it works. So,
But no, we're fine. And I'm a little bit pissed because it came at possibly the worst fucking time. Because there's just so much fucking news to talk about.
Yep.
It's very inconsiderate, honestly. Like, everyone should have just, put the brakes on, maybe. Everyone should have just stopped what they were doing until we were able to do this again. Because now we're just talking about things that are, 2 weeks out of date, and it's very embarrassing. Because as you all know, if there's anything that the Suplah is known for, it's journalistic integrity, delivered in a punctual manner.
are we talking about the same podcast?
So you talked about MJF whilst on your own, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and I didn't even do that song either. That's quite impressive for me, I suppose.
Well, there's been updates to the story, and the AEW has removed him from the roster and taken away his merch. Sounds familiar.
This is a big smelly work.
I feel like I've been here before, Andy. 2 weeks ago. In a different company with two different people.
Yeah, this is just
What the fuck? Okay, alright, you've said what you wanted to say about it. Has your opinions changed since your little solo endeavour?
No, it's stupid. If it's a work, it's stupid. If it was a shoot, it makes AEW look stupid.
Couldn't agree more.
It's dumb. It's dumb as fuck. It's
Now,
stupid.
MJF is a performer, right? You're a fan, would you say? I would say I am. I've got a mug of him on my windowsill, courtesy of one Keelan Balderson. Visit WrestlePundit.com. I think that this is just extremely fucking tiring, more than anything else.
Yeah,
I don't care how much money he's making. I don't fucking care. Do I care that CM Punk makes more money than him? Do I care that Miro makes more money than him? Or any of those other ex-WWE guys? No! I don't care. I don't fucking care how much money you make. All I care about is if you're an entertaining performer on this entertainment variety show that I choose to watch when I can every week. Do I care about how much money you make? Not really. You're not making fucking peanuts. You're making a lot more than I would probably ever make in my entire fucking life.
The irony of this is, unlike say the CM Punk storyline, 11 years ago now, which...
Oh yeah, where he walked out because of his physical and mental health rather than his wallet.
The summer of Punk, when was that then?
The Summer of Punk, that would have been... the one in WWE, I'm assuming you're talking about.
Yes.
That would have been 2011?
Oh, okay, so 11 years ago. Right, so basically, that was about him walking out in the company with the title. He was still rooted in an amount of kayfabe. He was still a part of the storyline. It wasn't about the money. He was like, I'm going to teach this company a lesson. I'm leaving with your stupid, ugly title. Fuck off, I'm going. This is just like, I want more money. Ooh,
Well, ex-WWE guys are being paid more than me because they will draw more for the company. Shut the fuck up.
I think I said this in the episode, or maybe I didn't. But MJF is not going to ever sell out the United Center. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I don't care what Jim Cornette says. I don't care what anybody else says. He will never be able to get to that point if he keeps doing this kind of shit and moaning and whinging about it. He may get there one day. I'm not saying he's never going to do it. But if he keeps doing this, then he'll never get there. He'll just never get there. And alright.
Don't get me wrong, again, we are both still fans of a performer, right? Like, regardless of how he keeps kayfabe, like, all the time, and it's apparently really exhausting to deal with, no fucking shit.
But that's what I mean.
Regardless of that, like, he's extremely talented. Like, as a performer.
Yeah, I'm not saying
in-ring,
he's crap.
solid hand. As a character, fucking perfection, right? If anything, he reminds me of Rocky Maivia. In a weird way, like, after he had the whole Die Rocky Die thing, and he went on to being The Rock, like, you're getting that kind of like, levels of charisma and ability to work a crowd. Granted, the way he does it is extremely antagonistic to the point where you're never going to cheer for him unless you're Long Island, and he's a hometown hero. Like, this is the same guy that's done all of these horrible things, like, in storyline to people like Darby, Punk, and Wardlow, and all these other people that he's feuded with. Yeah, as a performer, he's great. But again, I don't care about the money. I don't care how much money he makes. It doesn't affect me or my life at all.
Yeah, I don't care about the money thing. If it was just like... It's
and
ironic.
People are always comparing this to the Sasha and Naomi situation, right? They walked out because of creative differences. It's an entirely different thing to walk out from. Like, MJF, I don't care if it's a work or a shoot, we're talking about it as if it's a shoot because that's what they want us to believe it is. From the perspective of us, he's literally just walked out because he feels underappreciated and underpaid. So, well, what do you want, really? Like, I'm convinced that this is entirely an angle for him to, like, win the world title from CM Punk, but then CM Punk got injured, and we now have an interim situation, which we'll talk about later, but from my perspective, this would be just the way to get the title from Punk to MJF. Because assumedly that's what MJF wants, rather than winning the fucking diamond ring for the 4th year in a row, which no one really cares about anyway. Like, I just don't get what the end goal of it all is. Because he's making the company look bad because he's like, oh, I'm undervalued and I'm underappreciated despite being a cornerstone of the fucking company since day one. And I just don't get what the end goal is here. If it's to me to, like, not want to watch MJF anymore, like, we're getting there. If that's what you wanted, congratulations, because we're about to reach that fucking territory. And I don't want it to be there. Like, I'm a fan of the guy. I want him to do well and I want him to succeed, but the way he's been talking about it is like, oh, I could go to WWE and succeed there.
No,
yeah.
I mean, like...
Okay.
Like,
you wouldn't do the same fucking shtick at all. You would be
No.
entirely watered down, and WWE crowds would not care. They would not give a shit at all.
No,
Like, it's different with Cody because he at least has the presentation of being a megastar. Like, if you were to take the way MJF is being presented in AEW and put that into WWE, Intercontinental Champion, at best.
No, I don't think that. And that's the thing, like...
Maybe that's an issue that he has, is that he's not being presented well enough. But again, he's been featured in the CM Punk storyline, which was one of the most talked about wrestling storylines of its time. And you have the whole Wardlow story, which was like 2 years in the fucking making, another cornerstone of AEW's storytelling. Like, he makes it sound like he's fucking Thunder Rosa, where he's not even on TV a lot of the time.
Well, that's the other thing as well, is he's been constantly in storylines with said Cody Rhodes, with CM
Yeah, that
Punk.
Cody storyline was great as well.
But this is the thing, this is my problem with MJF is, I think they've hit a wall with the character. I think they've just, like... You can
Well, that's a
only-
mark
you
of bad storytelling, because you always get these characters, like, I guess an example would be Becky Lynch, to take for an example, right?
Right.
Their entire identity was, like, being the top dog of the women's division. Like, being the champion, being the man. And so Bianca Belair comes in and basically takes that from Becky. What does Becky do? Evolves the character, takes it in a new direction, changes it slightly. Same thing happened with Okada. When he came off of his legendary title reign, he lost the title, he lost his identity. So he dyed his hair red, and he carried balloons to the ring. I don't want to say it was a good change, but it was a change. Like, it was some. That's what I mean. Like, if MJF has hit a wall, it's down to whoever books this, MJF, Tony, whoever, to create something new for him.
Because that's
like, create a new storyline, bring in a new feud, a new rivalry with someone. Like, maybe do something with Shawn Spears, do something with FTR. FTR have been hanging out with CM Punk lately, being buddy with him. Surely that's cause for concern.
they can
For
only...
the entire Pinnacle faction. Like, there's stories you can tell.
Yeah.
I just don't get, like, what the stoppage is there. Obviously, it's MJF not wanting to do these things anymore. But, like, whatever. I don't care anymore, really.
Yeah, but that's the thing,
like,
like...
there's other things that I want to focus on. Like, admittedly, this whole thing has entirely overshadowed Wardlow.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a shame. I mean, he's being positioned for the TNT title, which I think fucking good. Finally. Get it away from fucking Sammy Guevara, Scorpio Sky, all those fucking people. Like... But yeah, I'm not a fan of this whole situation at all. And to compare it to the Sasha and Naomi situation, I think it's just very unfair. Because it's entirely different reasons for them being unprofessional, quote unquote, and walking out. Like, WWE would make you want to think that Sasha and Naomi are pulling an MJF, where they're just walking out because they're being selfish and feel like they're undervalued, where it's really just a different situation. So, but that's what I have to say about it. That's basically what it is. So, do you want to talk about the CM Punk situation, as we briefly mentioned?
Yes, so CM Punk is injured. So bad that he needs surgery. So, what they've decided to do in their infinite wisdom is to have an interim AEW champion. And there will be like a miniature tournament of sorts. It's going on at the moment as we speak.
So there's a couple of different situations here. Yes. You had it this past week on the Dynamite, where you had a battle royal. The winner of that battle royal would face Jon Moxley in the main event. The winner of that goes on to Forbidden Door, wherein they will face either Hiroshi Tanahashi, who came out to challenge Punk, or Hiroki Goto. However, that match, which was held at Dominion as of this recording this morning, Tanahashi won, so nobody's fucking surprised. And then on Dynamite, Moxley won the fight against, I think, Kyle O'Reilly, who won the Battle Royal, which was a wild decision anyway, but we'll get to that. So, basically, Forbidden Door, it will be Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. The winner becomes the interim AEW World Champion, presumably to fight CM Punk when he returns to unify the belts and become the true, undisputed AEW Champion. What do you think about this concept of an interim championship, or for like a main World Wrestling Championship? I don't think we've seen this for a good while, have we?
No, this is like
at least for a World Championship in wrestling, right?
No, this is not ever. I can't think of a time where this has ever.
Has this ever happened for the WWE Championship before?
I don't think so. No, this is an MMA UFC thing. So
the only thing I can really think of recently happening is for the Cruiserweight Championship in WWE, where I think Jordan Devlin and Santos Escobar, maybe. But there was an interim Cruiserweight champion recently, I know that. But this is a whole other level. That belt doesn't even exist anymore. This is for the World fucking Championship.
Yeah,
so.
This is normally what UFC does. So, like, if they don't want to strip someone of a title, for various reasons, either because they're like a megastar, or they're like, I don't know, money, basically. If you have a champion versus champion match, it normally draws more and more people watch that show and buy the pay-per-view, yada, yada, yada. So, what they usually do in MMA is they have the person that was going to fight for the title, and then the number 2 contender fight for the interim title. Now,
and that's basically what's happening here, because the Forbidden Door is going to be Tanahashi versus Punk for the championship anyway. If
it's not, though, because what they've done is, because of the Forbidden Door, they have to involve New Japan in this somehow. So, what they should have...
Well, I think the original plan was just going to be Tanahashi versus Punk for the title anyway, so it makes sense to have Tanahashi involved, no?
No, because this is for the AEW, like, to determine an interim champion. You got rankings and ratings and all that kind of thing.
Well, true, but they didn't book this. This was a unplanned injury, so they're doing the best with what they have. If you've already booked Tanahashi for the event to fight Punk, and Punk can't do it, you got to find some way of substituting it, and this is their way of substituting it. It makes sense to me.
I don't know. In an ideal
And plus Moxley, I don't know why Moxley has been singled out as being the guy to get this spot.
Where is Moxley in the rankings?
I don't even know, because honestly the rankings are just, they're made up. Like, they're not real. Like, they're whatever it is to make a storyline seem more sensical, or to give more impact to a win or something, but they don't actually really mean much, do they?
According to the magical website, John Moxley
as of this recording,
John Moxley is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Wardlow is number 2.
Yeah.
Adam Page is 3rd.
Yeah.
Hangman. Oh no, sorry. Adam Cole's 3. Adam Page is 4. Jay Lethal's 5.
Yeah, because it encapsulates both the TNT and the World Championship picture. So. Which is weird to me because they're both different scenes.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I say, the rankings are bullshit. They don't actually mean anything. They're just there to further enhance a storyline as and when it's convenient. So,
well, I mean, using that logic, then they should have done. Let me go back on them because I closed them down like an idiot. When
CM Punk cut the promo, being like, there's plenty of guys in the back like Moxley and Danielson and people who would be a better champion while I'm injured, so maybe it has something to do with that, but again, why is it not Bryan Danielson in this situation?
Why is it not? I mean, according to this, it should be John Moxley versus Wardlow for the AEW World Championship. Or the interim.
But then
World
again, because it encapsulates both the World Championship and the Mid-Card Championship, so they're moving Wardlow to the TNT title. Okay. That's why these rankings don't really make sense, but that's besides the point. That's not even what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is we've got Forbidden Door, Tanahashi versus Moxley for the interim AEW World Championship. I'm excited for this, because there's actually been a long-going story between Moxley and Tanahashi from New Japan booking, whereas Moxley has wanted to fight Tanahashi for ages and has just basically been ducked and avoided by Tanahashi just for various reasons. So we're finally getting this match. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be great. You were confused as to why Tanahashi is the one to face Punk, if I remember rightly, yeah?
I mean, yeah, because I thought it should be Okada, who, I'm reading the magical notes that we have here, was the IWGP...
Yeah, he was the IWGP World Champion. He lost it this morning to Jay White, but we'll get to that in a sec. I left a comment on the episode. Did you read it?
Yes.
Don't go to read it now. Did you read it?
Yes, but I can't remember because I have the memory of a sieve.
So the summary is that basically Tanahashi is the biggest New Japan star of the past decade. He's like the marquee guy. He's fallen out of that spot recently with like Okada, Naito, White, Ibushi, others taking that spot. But he's like John Cena. He's always going to be like the guy of Japanese wrestling. So to have him in the marquee match, it just makes sense.
Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, I would have.
Yeah, you could have Okada. You could have even Naito. You like Ibushi. The jury's out on whether he's actually gonna be at Forbidden Door at the very least, because he's been having his own issues with the company lately. But besides that, yeah, Tanahashi vs Moxley. Very excited for it. Moxley's probably winning.
Yeah,
because they've announced the annual G1 Climax tournament in Japan. They're doing it a bit differently this year. They normally have 2 blocks, now they have 4. But I know that means nothing to you because you don't actually watch Japanese wrestling, so it doesn't matter to you. But essentially, Tanahashi's going to be away in Japan for a long time, for about a month, solid. So unless they want Dynamite and Rampage, etc., to not have the world champion there, I wouldn't mind having it with Tanahashi, but I can see why people would be upset and they'd instead want it on Moxley.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you're bringing in a interim championship, and they're not actually going to appear on the show, you might as well just not have a championship.
I think in a way it would draw eyes onto the G1 Climax tournament. Maybe get some more fans there. But I think anyone who is in like the AEW fandom, who is going to be watching the G1, they're probably going to watch it anyway. Like, regardless of anything else. I don't think Tanahashi having the belt will put any more eyes onto the tournament, so... But again, I love Tanahashi, he's great. So, seeing him as a champion would be pretty neat. But then, Moxley also, yeah, sure, why not? What I want to know is...
Yeah.
Are they going to give them an identical title belt?
To
the one CM Punk has?
I would imagine so, yes.
See, I don't like that.
What? Why?
Well, because it's not the belt. It's an interim belt.
But that's what they do.
It's fundamentally different.
That's what they do for UFC. They give everybody the same belt.
You should give them like the toy version.
No, we're not doing the.
Just give them like the plastic toy.
We're not doing that. We're not doing the plastic toy version. Oh, I've got a quick update on CM Punk, by the way.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So, as previously reported, CM Punk has had successful surgery. And what AEW said was an injury to his lower leg, but it's believed to be a broken foot. The Wrestling Observer newsletter has provided an update on the surgery and how it went. When the doctors got inside and found that the injuries to the bones were worse than they believed, however, it was still successful surgery and everything was repaired. There's no word on when Punk will be back, but it will be before the end of this year.
So he'll probably still be back before Kenny Omega.
Yes.
Fair enough. So anyway, All Atlantic, baby.
No, fuck these belts. No more belts. Stop with the
You know what I
belts.
hate? We released a 2.5 hour episode.
Yep, on belts.
Ranking all of AEW's championships.
Every belt.
We release it and we think, they're not going to release another one, are they? Surely. You know what they fucking did, Andrew? You know what they fucking did?
They brought in
They have unveiled the AEW All Atlantic Championship. Where would you rank this belt, Andy? I'd put it at a B.
I would put it on a fucking, I don't know.
It's the same. It's the same sort of design as the women's belt, right? Let's look it up. Let's get a visual aid. Okay, so it kind of looks like a hybrid between the women's belt and the AEW Championship belt. It's got like the main plate, which then folds out into two side plates, kind of.
It's a stupid belt. For many reasons. The first reason...
Okay, do you mean stupidly designed, or do you mean stupid in terms of why does it exist?
Both. Because calling it the All Atlantic Championship is dumb. What ocean does Japan fall within?
I mean, technically, there's only one ocean.
Don't be a dickhead, Sam.
No, honestly, there's only one body of water, ain't there?
Okay.
The only thing, there's not like fucking walls separating them into Atlantic and Pacific, is there? It's not like there's fucking guards and boats and fucking gunmen just on the borders, are there? Like, it's one fucking sea. It's one ocean.
Wait, using that logic then, Sam, why didn't they call it the United Ocean Championship? Or the All Sea Championship? Or Waves?
That would imply it's defended in the water.
It's not defended in the water.
It's on the Jericho Cruise. That's a championship that's defended on waters only. That would be cool, actually. I'd like that.
I would prefer that over this.
Aquaman.
This is just awful. I mean, like...
Oh, come the fuck on. It's not.
It's jumped the shark. AEW has junked the shark. Yep, whatever. It's done that. It's done that. It's finished. Tony
You got to elaborate, man. You can't just be like, this is the death of AEW. They've done it again. They've killed themselves by adding another belt.
They don't need another belt. These shows are too long.
They don't have that many. They literally don't have that many.
Tony went from saying, we'll only have one belt per gender and a tag team one, and then we'll have 700 belts.
Don't have 700 belts, Andy. Do you know how many belts AEW has?
7.
Yes.
100 belts. They literally...
No, they have 7. And one of them is for fucking FTW Championship, which doesn't even count. So really, they only have 6.
Oh my god, why do they have so many belts? They also have the...
it doesn't matter, Andy. It's not a problem.
They've got all the Ring of Honor belts.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
That's
they
not. That's
do.
Ring of Honor. That's not AEW at all.
They put Ring of Honor titles on AEW television, so I'm counting
Because Ring of
those.
Honor isn't on television yet. What else are they gonna do?
Not putting the belts on television.
Oh, so you just have FTR not be on TV then?
Yeah, have them on TV, but don't have the fucking...
Oh, so you have them on TV, they just don't have the belts that they won and are champions of.
Exactly, it's a different company.
Oh, that's stupid.
What? How's
That's
that
a stupid
stupid?
thing
How
you
is that?
just said.
How is that stupid?
You're the one being like, they should only have one championship.
Yes,
One is enough. If you have two, it's one too many. Everyone should fight for one belt. I'm a fucking communist. Oh, that's what you sound like right
I'm
now.
not a belt communist. I'm not.
You sound like a fucking belt communist right now. That's what it is.
I'm not some sort of Soviet Union communist belt man. Like
Everyone fight for one belt. No, our belt. Everyone gets a turn.
listen, comrade, you will get one belt and you will like it.
No, let's actually use our adult brains.
I am
and break
using
this down
my
a little
adult
bit.
brain.
No, let's not react emotionally to this. Let's just look at it like analytically, okay? Lower your pitch,
No, you lower
drop your
pitch.
balls. Yeah, good one. So, let's look at this.
Yes.
Alright?
Okay. Fine.
The AEW World Championship.
Fine.
That's standard.
Good.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Every wrestling promotion needs a main championship. When you put
Obviously.
all your focus on and your prestige on, yes?
Could you imagine a wrestling company with no championships?
Yeah, it's called Control Your Narrative.
Oh God, yeah.
So, you've got the main one, that's fine. You have the tag belts.
Fine.
So far, only one tag belt.
That's good.
You could be like other places that have multiple tag belts for different weight classes,
No.
and you could have 6-man belts.
No, none of that shit.
So just one tag belt, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 belts.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 women's belts.
Okay, that's fine. I can deal with 2.
That's fine. Okay, so that's fine. So you can deal with 2 belts for the women.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So then we have the mid-card. They now have 2 championships.
They don't need 2 championships.
See, now, why is that the problem here?
Why do the mid-card need 2 belts?
Because there's a lot of people in the mid-card.
Stop hiring people then, for fuck's sake. Like, you don't
No,
need...
I want people that I like to be in this company, and I like them to have championship opportunities
Well,
that aren't fucking
fucking-
tainted by fucking Tay Conti's vagina.
Fire some people then. I don't know, just...
Oh, okay, just let people loose because we don't want too many belts. What?
No more belts. Stop with the belts. You can fight.
why is it a
People
problem,
can fight
though?
each other without a championship on the line. You don't need a belt.
Well,
That's just
I want a
lazy
belt.
booking.
No, it's not lazy booking.
It
Say
is.
that I'm Miro, right? And I want a belt.
Oh, fuck it. Give everyone a fucking belt then.
See, now you're being silly.
I'm not being silly. It's the same logic.
You only have one belt for one division, or everyone
There
gets
you
a
go.
belt.
Oh, you want
And
a
then
belt.
no one is special because we
Everyone-
all have a belt.
Everyone get a participation belt. That'll do. Like,
It's
fucking
not a
hell.
fucking participation belt, you dumb idiot. You fucking stupid bastard. It's not what you're making it out to be. This is actually a completely fine, normal thing. However, I will say I do have some issue.
Okay.
It's not an entirely perfect utopia, alright?
Okay.
So you've got a tournament for a 4-way match to be had at Forbidden Door to crown the All-Atlantic Champion, okay? You have Buddy Matthews from Australia versus Pac from England. Okay, Commonwealth representation, that's good. You've got Ethan Page from Canada, and you've got Miro from Bulgaria. Okay, that's good. Canada and Europe, also good. Adding to Europe, you have Malachi Black from the Netherlands. Okay. Then you have Penta Oscuro from Mexico.
Okay, fine.
Okay, yeah, we're covering all the bases here. And then you have a weirdly open bracket with just the New Japan logo. So, okay, two Japanese wrestlers. Okay, yeah, that gets it. That gets it done. That covers all of the bases.
Quick question. This could have... Why couldn't this been, like, almost like a World Cup of wrestling?
I mean, that is what it is.
Well, why is it a stupid championship? They could have just... I mean, they could have just done it, like, This is
So
the
really,
World Cup of
your
Wrestling.
entire issue is just with the fact that they're getting a championship that then has to be defended on television. Oh no, what a blight on the wrestling industry. Oh.
No, they could like literally just do this as a cup that you do
But
every 4 years.
you
or
hate
something.
cups. You fucking hate cups, Andy. Don't be a hypocrite. Every time we talked about a cup in the ranking, you're like, this isn't fucking Quidditch, what are we doing?
Oh, sorry, I was allergic to whatever shit take you just said. My point is...
I'm not giving you a shit take, I'm giving you what you fucking said on our fucking belt ranking episode.
When did I say that?
You literally, when we talked about the UK Heritage Cup, you were like, what the fuck is this? We're not in Harry Potter, this isn't Hogwarts.
No, it wasn't the idea.
When we talked about the King of Pro Wrestling trophy, you were like, this looks shit.
Yeah, but it did look shit.
So you hate cups
I
then,
don't
basically,
hate
so now you're like,
cups.
oh, they should make this a cup because too many belts is bad. It's like, what do you want, Andy?
Wait, no.
There's no pleasing you at all.
You misunderstand what I was saying. The Harry Potter NXT UK title looks like shit because it's a Harry Potter championship. The other one was just look like shit. I didn't say all cups are shit.
But we only talked about all of the cups currently going.
Well,
So you don't like a single cup that's going.
just because I don't like the look of these trophies doesn't mean I don't like the concept of cups.
Anyway, we're talking about this for way too long. The point is that I don't think that this is that bad. I have a big brain, an adult brain,
I've got an
and I
adult
can comprehend more than 2 championships existing in any sort of time and space universe.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you have 27 championships, it dilutes fucking the championships.
And the AEW has 6 championships.
7. We've established this.
Fuck the FTW.
It's a belt.
Fuck
It's
the
a belt that's
FTW. It
defended on the
doesn't
show.
count. It counts as much as the $1 million title. It doesn't count, alright? They have 6 belts.
Fine, whatever. But it's a belt.
Do you know how many championships Brawl has? 6.
That's fine. If I was running Brawl,
Ooh,
there
oh, that's fine because we're doing it. If anyone else does it, oh, it's shit.
I just don't want to offend you. If I was running Brawl, there'd be 1 championship. That would be it.
There would be 1 championship and I would hold it and everyone would lose to me and I would win all the time.
When did I say that? I haven't said any of these things.
That's probably what you were going on to say. Any fucking way. Speaking of championships, Jay White has won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship this morning.
Well, I mean,
From
as of
Okada.
recording. So,
Yes, as of recording.
In the show's main event, Jay White defeated Okada to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. White pinned Okada after hitting a Blade Runner to win this... Oh, I've got to move the screen. Iteration... Oh, I'll make it full screen, that would be better. Iteration of the IWGP Heavyweight title for the first time. White previously held the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in 2019 for 54 days. Okada's first reign with the IWGP World title ends at 159 days and 4 successful title defenses. Okada previously held the IWGP Heavyweight title on 5 occasions for a record total of 1,790 days.
This has implications for Forbidden Door.
Oh, the door.
Hangman Page on Dynamite called out Okada, who at the time had the World Championship. So the theory was we were going to get Hangman Page versus Okada for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Sure, why not? But then, Jay White comes in and wins the belt. And he cuts a promo saying that Hangman Page is never going to get near this, you cowboy bitch.
No, he's not a cowboy bitch.
The implication being, are we going to get Jay White versus Hangman Page? Or are we going to get Okada versus Hangman Page? If we don't get Okada versus Hangman Page, what the fuck's Okada going to do? Whenever Okada's not on screen, everyone should be asking, where's Okada? Who's he gonna face? Because that seems like the whole big thing about this Forbidden Door thing, right? Everyone just wants to know who Okada is going to face. Because Okada is widely regarded as one of the best wrestlers of the modern era. Who's he gonna fight? Hopefully, not fucking Adam Cole. That's my only wish. That's my only fucking want out of this, right? I don't want Okada versus Cole. That's all I'm saying. Anyone else would be fucking great. I would be fine with that. Okada can get a great match out of anybody. I don't want it to be Adam Cole.
Does New Japan really like triple threats or not?
They're not that common. They prefer multi-man tag matches.
God damn it. So you couldn't just do Jay White and Okada and Adam Page?
ugh, no. I wouldn't even have that, honestly. Like, that just gives me fucking Omega Ibushi versus Cody vibes. Like, just fucking, you're adding in a third wheel where there doesn't need to be one. But, no, I genuinely believe that we're gonna get White versus Page, and then Okada's gonna fight, hopefully, somebody other than Cole. Because I'm entering this phase of my life now where I don't like Adam Cole anymore.
Baby.
I really don't. He's been doing the same fucking thing for like 7 years. It's really boring. He doesn't do anything new anymore. It's like what you were saying with MJF, where he hit a wall. We hit that wall with Adam Cole like 5 years ago. He did the same shit in Ring of Honor. He went to New Japan, did the same shit there, went to NXT, did the exact same fucking thing there, and now he's just doing the same old shit in AEW. And he's winning the Owen Hart tournament with it. Like, what the fuck is going on? Does nobody see that he's boring as shit now? I don't know what you think.
Yeah, he's boring as shit now.
He's fucking boring now. It's literally the same thing. No matter who he faces, no matter who he fights, it's all the fucking same. Same match, same story. He points at himself and he goes, "Bay, fucking Undisputed Elite." It's all the same fucking shit.
I literally stopped watching NXT because I was like, I've seen this. I don't care.
It's all the same. I'm really bored of it. I want him to do something different because we know he's really good, right? But the problem is, when you're just that same baseline of being really good for the whole time you're on screen, it gets less impressive when you have other characters around you who are doing greater things. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my pick for Forbidden Door. Okada versus anyone but Adam Cole.
I think it's Okada and Adam Cole now.
You're gonna be that guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, Tanahashi defeated Goto, as we all knew, so he will face Moxley. Yep, that was Dominion. Pretty good event.
I did not see it.
Of course you didn't. You don't watch Japanese wrestling.
Speaking of people that don't watch Japanese...
Paige here!
Paige here!
Well, not anymore, apparently. Paige has officially left the WWE. In a statement on Twitter, they wrote, "Paige here."
Paige here? She actually said it!
Well, yeah, she leans into the memes, she does the Photoshop things, it's all, yeah. It's all a big joke, it's all good.
God almighty.
Paige here. July 7th will be the last day with WWE. I'm so thankful and I appreciate the opportunities that the company has given me. I will always be appreciative of a company that took in an 18-year-old British pale emo girl that didn't look like your average diva, giving me the chance of a lifetime and making me feel like a superstar. I know after my neck injury taking me out of in-ring status, it was pretty hard to keep me around for as long as you did, and for that I'm thankful too. Thank you to the WWE Universe. You guys are the most passionate group of fans I've ever seen. Hope you continue to stay on this journey with me. I think the toughest part, weirdly enough, is having to let go of the Paige name. But Saraya is a hell of a name. Kudos to my mum for that one. FYI, I'm not saying I'll never be in the ring. That day will most certainly come again. Wherever the return may be. Thank you, WWE. Saraya. Red heart emoji.
Saraya is all elite!
Can you imagine?
That's what's gonna happen next.
No, I think she's gonna go back to British Indies. What's this weird fucking company that the Authors of Pain are starting? With like Nia Jax and Lana and shit.
What are you
it's like
talking about?
No, you not heard about this?
No,
Oh, mate. So the Authors of Pain have started a new British wrestling company.
I'm sorry, are the Authors of Pain British?
No, definitely not. They're from somewhere else.
I love how you like to I don't know.
I don't know where they're from. From like, somewhere else. So
right,
they're from.
What is this stupid company called then?
It's called Wrestling Entertainment Series UK.
No, God, what the fuck does that mean? No.
We got a big old poster with the likes of Killer Cross, Emma, Mojo Rawley, Fandango, Lana, Nia Jax,
Alistair Overeem?
Yeah.
What in the fuck? Where have I been?
You've been out of the ring on this entirely.
Who the fuck are these people? What is this?
So this is the new, this is going to save British wrestling, Andy. This is WES.
It's a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
In Nottingham?
Yeah.
It's down the road from me? What is this crap?
Well, they had to postpone it.
Good start.
first event.
Oh, good.
First event had to be postponed. It was meant to be happening in I think June maybe, but they've postponed it instead to July 9th. So there's still time to get tickets, Andy, if you want to go.
Holy shit, do you want to go?
No, but you can go.
Why?
Because I'm not going. Someone has to go, Andy. Someone from the Suplah has to be there to be a fucking journalist about it.
This doesn't seem too bad. What's the problem with it?
Oh, it just seems like the most dodgy fucking thing in the whole world, Andy.
Why is it dodgy? Is it
Because
because...
half the talent is from fucking Control Your Narrative.
Oh, Christ, they are. I've just gone through the roster. Oh, Jesus.
And it's being run by the Authors of Pain.
Really?
You know, the wrestling promoters, Authors of Pain. I've got no clue what's going on with this, but I guarantee Paige is going to end up there.
So, okay, I'm looking at tickets for this shit.
How much is it?
What? So, there's no. What the fuck is wrong with this website? So there's no like seating map or anything. So
You just turn up.
So
You just turn up and you stand there.
So
Hopefully it's good.
What in the fuck is wrong with this website? Right, so section F, wherever the fuck that may well be, the cheapest is 27,69. So does that mean it's? So it's 27 quid. Put a fucking full stop there, you stupid assholes. So alright, so there's...
No, it's a thing from wherever they're from.
So section E is slightly more expensive at 32. Section D
What's
is
section
38.
A, Andy?
Section A is a floor seat and it's 69 quid.
Nice. Feel like you should go. Feel like a reporter on the scene, Andy Kwan, the misinformed.
I don't want to go to this fucking...
Just have a hat on with the word press on it.
I'm actually on the website as we speak.
Yeah.
The card is, in the main event, Adam Shear against Alistair Overeem.
Oh, you have to go.
Oh,
You have to go and see this. You have to go and see it so that I don't have to.
This looks awful. So, Lana...
It looks amazing.
Lana's taking on Nia Jax. Christ.
Oh, match of the year. Match of the year candidate, Andy.
Fam, I do not want to give these dickheads my money, but holy shit, this looks so awful.
No, we have to keep an eye on this.
It's-
It's the new Control Your Narrative,
it's-
right? Because that fucking burst and just isn't doing anything anymore. So this is the new thing we have to look out for, right?
It's on pay-per-view. What the fuck?
You get to pay for this and you get to view
Holy
it.
shit. This is all... This is... So it's $20 on pay-per-view.
You mean a premium live event?
No.
There's premium about it.
It's been rated 4.9 already. How? It hasn't even fucking aired yet.
Ratings from Lana, Killer Cross,
Like,
Nia Jax, Alistair Overeem.
this is...
Alistair, am I thinking Alistair Overeem is he the guy from Brazil?
No, he's from the Netherlands, but
He's from the Netherlands. Who am I thinking of?
I have no ungodly idea, but...
They're all the same. We're all MMA fighters. Fuck it.
Overeem's fought in Japan for Pride. He's fought in Strikeforce. He's fought in...
So he's gonna fight Braun Strowman?
Yeah, he's got a 47... He's got 47 wins, 19 losses. So...
No, Andy, this isn't MMA. This is a wrestling match.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Can he wrestle?
He's not actually fighting. Apparently, he can wrestle. He's gonna fight Braun Strowman.
I would love it if he actually head kicked him in the fucking head and knocked him out. That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh, that would be great. Do you think that would be the way to control his narrative?
You can control his brain cells that way, yeah.
I kick everyone in the head and I win. That's my narrative. So, okay, Ali, we're not going to fight you on that.
This is so
Literally.
weird.
So, yeah, I think Paige is going to end up there.
Yeah.
It's in Nottingham. That's where she's from, right?
No, she's from Norwich.
Same thing.
No, it's not. That's like saying Texas and fucking Kentucky. The same fucking place.
I mean, yeah, it's all the South. It's all the nibblings. It's all the
Pew,
same.
pew, pew, yeah. Like, it's fucking, they all look like the guy from The Simpsons with the big hat and going,
Yeah, they do.
They're all the fucking same. Like, because of
We're all basically cousins up in Norwich and Nottingham. It's all the same.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, that is a thing about Norfolk.
So the last thing about the news we've let to talk about, everyone's been waiting for it. We've had a countdown for it. It's a countdown to Cody. What's happening with Cody?
So, where the fuck is Cody Rhodes? He's
Probably at home.
He's out for 9 months. Whoa! So Cody Rhodes will miss 9 months undergoing surgery to repair.
That's a long surgery.
A torn pectoral tendon, according to WWE. If you haven't seen pictures of this, it is fucking gross. The company...
Oh, yeah, okay, wow, great. Very good, Andy. Way not to pass judgment on anybody. Holy shit.
Well, no, it's not his fault. I mean, it's just that pectoral injuries
maybe.
Maybe. The company have announced on social media on Friday that Cody Rhodes has undergone successful surgery, but faces a long recovery and will be unable to compete for 9 months.
The words are written down. You just have to read them.
Rhodes suffered a pec while weight training. Oh dear.
Oh, he suffered a pec. He suffered a pec, ladies and gentlemen. Really the pinnacle of fucking... Jesus Christ! Cody Rhodes suffered a torn pectoral while weight training ahead of Sunday's Hell in a Cell match against Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes decided to perform at the event in spite of the injury, with bruising evident across his chest and right arm. Yeah, if you've seen pictures, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure it's not meant to do that. I'm pretty sure it's not meant to look like that.
The human body is not supposed to look that way.
I mean, internal bleeding, right? All blood's internal anyway, so it's meant to be where it is. I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
On Raw, an injury angle was shot where Rollins attacked Rhodes with a sledgehammer, writing Rhodes out of storylines while he recovers and giving him a built-in opponent when he's able to return. Stop making him fight Seth. Stop it. I'm bored of this now. It's been 84 years of this feud. Just please, this is the way it ends.
They could have had anyone else attack him.
Could have had Roman attack him.
Anyone.
We all know all roads lead to Roman. Oh, you see what I did there? It's a pun. Okay, so Cody Rhodes, the conquering fucking hero, the Cadillac of men, the inspirational force of everyone's lives. We all love him, don't we?
No, we don't.
He's gone now for 9 months. What the fuck? Oh, what a shit show. What a fucking shit show, man.
I mean, it's up there with CM Punk. I mean, what in the fuck was the point in any of this shit? I mean, like, it's not...
I mean, it wasn't the plan to get him injured, obviously, but...
No, but, I mean, 9 months, I mean, WWE have said this before. Oh, they'll be back in 9 months and they come back in 6. They make up a number and they just go...
Cena came back in 2.
That's
but Cena's a genetic freak and he's not normal, so we can't factor that in at all. Obviously, this means, Andy, that Cody Rhodes will make his triumphant return at number 25 in the Royal Rumble, and he will win it, and he'll fight Roman, and he'll beat Roman, and that's it. That's it. You don't need to watch wrestling anymore. I've done it for you. That's it. That's what's going to happen. Number 25.
I say 30. You're going to leave it to the very last minute.
It's going to be in, like, the back 5, definitely, so... Hold us to that, ladies and gentlemen, and watch him return at fucking TLC. Like, watch it not even fucking happen. Like, what the fuck? Nah, that's what I think honestly is going to happen. I think he's going to return at the Rumble, he's going to fight Roman at Mania, and we're going to put up with Roman not being on TV, like what Brock did when he had the belts. So, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen here. I mean, what do you think of all of this anyway? Like, Cody basically performing with an injury in the main event,
so dumb.
Like a Hell in a Cell match.
I mean, I don't get the. I mean, I don't get the mentality of being like, oh, that's just he's a
hero.
Yeah,
he's
like,
so brave.
He's so brave, or he's just solid, and he's rock hard. He is that not like that, and like I don't know, like I don't get it. I don't. It's. He probably made that injury a gajillion times worse by working a Hell in the fucking Cell match with a torn pectoral to the point where I think his entire, like, half his body is just bruised. And I'm like, in any other universe or form of life, you'd be like, that's stupid. But for some reason, because it's wrestling, everyone's like, that's really cool. He's so wonderful. He's so brave. Any other form of life, you go, he's a fucking idiot.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the crowd has been split on those two opinions, to be fair. Mostly in favour of being like, oh, he's so cool, look at him, he's a hero, he's so brave. Like, I don't care. It's really sad to say as well, because they're clearly putting their all in on Cody Rhodes, pardon the pun. They're really putting everything behind this guy. Presentation, like, match quality, like, babyface fucking promos, like, they're really building him up to be the next big thing, right? But I just don't care. I really don't. I don't know why I don't care.
No, I know
In theory,
why
I should.
I know why you don't care.
Why?
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh yeah, that'd be it.
Like, literally.
That'd be it. I've seen the light, and the light is confusing and scary to me.
His song says, basically, fuck WWE.
Oh yes, we know, he's a turncoat, he's a traitor, we know, we've done all of this, we talked about it before.
And also,
we're not breaking new ground by doing that.
Okay, I know I'm not breaking new ground, but they're clearly pushing him to the moon. And he's like, and my mate who's just got back into wrestling was like, I've seen this 3 times. It's the same ending 3 times. He's like, why the fuck?
Get ready for number 4. Get ready for it.
No, that's why I don't watch this. That's why.
I mean, let's look at 9 months from now. How far away is that actually in terms of numbers? Because we're 6 months into the year. 6. 9 months is WrestleMania.
Yeah, so he won't be in the Rumble. Unless they make he made a miraculous recovery.
They could just lie and say, oh, he has a year out, and then he'll come back after like half a year.
That's what I mean.
Just to make it seem that more amazing. Oh, we'll never know.
Who made this statement? WWE made the statement. He's out for 9 months. Right, half that. 4.5 months. No.
He'll return at the Rumble.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Call it whatever you want. But that's what's going to happen. Hold us to it.
I think that's
and on that bombshell, I think it's time we ended the show.
Yes, so thank you for joining us on this week's edition of the Suplah. I need to plug some things. So if you go to linktree.com/thesuplah...
That's not... No, that's not what it is!
What?
That's not what the URL is, you big oaf, you fool!
You go to link.tree/thesuplah. You'll find...
No, that's not it either, Andy. Fuck me. Just go to the description, you idiot. Just go to the fucking description and look at the link tree and go to the link tree. It's a big fucking tree.
It's
with
a
our
big
links
tree.
on it.
Oh, it's got all of our links. It's a big ass tree. I bought a new computer, so I will be doing more Twitch streams, and you'll be able to see my face as we do these Twitchy streams as well. So
you can pay us money to have him not show his face.
Yeah, you could go to our Patreon, and we don't.
No,
have
we
that.
don't have a. You make everything so painful.
Edit this all out, Sam. I'm tired. I've had no fucking sleep. I'm hungover. I don't know why I decided to do that.
Hungover, the light's weird, my cat's gone, I don't know where, my hand hurts, my teeth hurt, eyes are a bit far, it's so blurry, oh, everything's wrong. Jesus Christ. We will see you next week for more Suplah.
So if you go to Linktree, you'll find a
No,
big tree.
shut up, we're done, we've done it, it's over.